Hello everyone. As you can tell from the title, this video could get kind of spooky. I am 75 years old and I've known about the spirit realm now for about 45 years. And I don't talk about it very much because when I do, it seems to excite them. And I don't feel like being bothered by their seducing me for their attention. So I generally don't talk about this. So I'm going to try. They knew I was coming with it. They saw my notes from last night because they're all around. They're hanging around. My angels and Satan's angels, they're all up in this house, all around me. Wherever I go, they're there. So they saw me taking notes about what I was going to do with this video. And I had a supernatural experience last night in my bedroom. I'm going to sleep around 3 o'clock, turn off the light, lay in my bed. Usually I'm just out, but my eyes wide open. My entire room turned into the universe. My ceiling was filled with stars, thousands of them. And this big purple cloud started coming towards me. And I said, I tried to close my eyes. The cloud was still there. And I opened my eyes. Here it comes. Thick. I'm looking around the room. Where's this coming from? Turn on the light. Don't see anything. Turn it back off. Here comes the cloud. There goes all them stars up there in the ceiling again. So I was like, well, am I supposed to be afraid of this? And I was like, well, I'm not. And I know what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to start to pray. And I started praying out loud, not in fear, but just in thanksgiving with my Lord. And it all stopped. It backed up. Just stopped. So I believe that was from the evil spirits, feeling like I'm calling them because I'm about to do this video. Well, I'm not calling y'all here. Okay. Now, what I'm going to talk about are some things about the angelic world, both God's angels and the devil's angels and the demons that are hooked up with Satan. All right. First, I want to talk about our purpose, or their purpose. Their purpose is to thwart us, to confuse, to derail, even to destroy, but they can't do it against our will. And they know that our guardian angels are there who are stronger than they are. And so they don't want to get into a battle with them. So they do what is within their purview to do, because they are under instruction and limitation in terms of what they can do from what they cannot do. And because we have a divine will, they cannot come against. When we have made our decision and we are operating in our will according to the will of God, there is nothing they can do to us. Now they can try, but then they have to deal with our angels. So to get around having to deal with our angels, They come with deception, deceit, and trickery. That's their operation, the way they function, by deception, in order to get us to come out of using our own will through passivity and breaking the will of God through our disobedience and sin. They come in that direction, and that way the angels' hands are up. The Bible tells us, I think it's Exodus 23, that we can provoke our angels, and we could provoke our angels by using our own free will against the will of our Creator, and then they're not helping us. Okay? So we see that in the book of Exodus, that the children of Israel provoked their angels and wandered around in the wilderness for 40 years because of it. Okay, let's see what I've got here in my notes. To go beyond their limitations, what Satan needs to do is to receive permission from God. And so this is where our prayer and our obedience comes in that if we're doing what we need to be doing, then God will not give them that permission. But if we're not, and we've stepped out of the grace and mercy of God, then they have the permission to do whatever extra they must do to pull us down. Okay. What our guardian angel does is protect our blind side by opposing the evil spirits when they come against us. Now, let's talk a little bit about location. Where are these spirits? Point 1. I'm debunking this myth. Satan and his evil spirits are not in hell. Okay? Who is in hell are the fallen angels who left their first estate back in the time of Noah and slept with women and conceived children with her who were half human and half angel. And God found that disgusting and wiped life off of the planet at that time, other than for those few that were in the ark. This even affected the animal kingdom. All right. So he took 2 of each animal to save the species, but wiped out everything on earth. All right. Almost like he would take some Raid and spray a bunch of roaches. Just wipe them out with the flood. Now, the book of Enoch says that the beings, the offspring of human women and fallen angels, they were wiped out too. That they were wiped out. However, spirit is never wiped out. Now, the spirits of the fallen angels, they were jailed. Some of them for eternity and some of them for a specific sentence. They were jailed. Okay. Now, the book of Enoch says that the offspring, now called demons, the offspring between the angels and the human being, they now have no resting place. They can't go to hell. They can't go to heaven. So their fate is to roam around the earth, seeking what human being will allow them to enter in and possess their bodies. And if they can't get a human being, then they would get an animal, or they would be out in the dry places, in the deserts, in homes and houses, haunting them. That is the fate of that offspring. So I thought I would have more time to get to other components of this, but we're talking about location. And let me just say one thing about these fallen angels who were jailed for their crime. They went beyond the limitation without the permission of God, and went and had sex and was capable of having offspring. And they were punished for that. Some for eternity, and some, I believe there was about 250 of these fallen angels that ended up being jailed. But now let me tell you something about them. The book of Enoch also says that they can astral travel. In other words, even though they're in jail, they can periodically send their spirits where they want to go. They can travel. So that may explain the recent phenomena of what is going on today with all of these women and some men reporting that beings are having sex with them. All right. That is another whole subject. I do have some videos on that. The phenomena is called spirit rape. But then there are some women that are giving themselves over to this, and it's not rape. It then would be spirit sex. So that's another whole subject. But Jesus said this, that the last days would be like the days of Noah. And in the days of Noah, that was the most significant thing, that fallen angels were having sex with women, and they brought forth an offspring, which is now called demons. So you need to understand that there is a difference between demons and fallen angels. That demons have once been human, and therefore their major goal is to find themselves in the body of a human. That is their goal. That is their purpose. Now, I wanted to get into the different kinds of demons and the ranks of demons, but I will have to do that next time because I've only got a couple of minutes left. I try not to do videos that are over 15 minutes. So, much of this is in the book of Enoch, which does not contradict the Bible, but just adds some more information to this. Because this whole scenario is discussed in Genesis chapter 6 about the giants. That's another thing I wanted to talk about, is the size and the look of demons. But I'll have to get to that at some other point. If you want to know more about the hierarchy of demons and about this subject that I'm talking about, there are actually three books that I've written that you need. You can get them from Amazon. One of them is the new Idolatry. The main one is the fake Jesus. And the top one is the Church of the End Time Zombies. So I'll try to put some information in the description as to where you can get these books and how to contact me. All right. Till next time, I'm not done with this subject yet. Not in the least.